Well, everyone, it's Saturday, January 22nd, and a little bit here at 11 o'clock, we're having our groundbreaking for our brand new sanctuary, and we're so excited about it.
As we stand on the cusp of the largest project we've ever embarked on, it is both reflective and encouraging to look back at the growth that has already occurred and acknowledge that God has always had his hand on right direction. Today, we hear from a few people who can testify to that and to the fact that this will be like all of those.
So I came back home. I was at the College of Charleston, where it was a school at College of Charleston, came to grad school at USC, and I started to work on campus in the Office of Multicultural Student Affairs, and there I met a gentleman by the name of Walter Jackson. Walter started a Bible study at USC. We would watch Pastor Creflo Dollar on Monday nights, and then at the same time he got connected to Right Direction, and so he invited me to Right Direction. First it was weird, honestly. The praying in tongues and all the things that we do, I had never seen that before. Grew up in very traditional churches, so it was a little weird, but I always left learning something. I always left, I didn't know that. The word, it just started lighting something in me, even though it was a little uncomfortable at first. But the word caught on, got filled with the Holy Ghost, and it's been wonderful ever since.
So we came to Right Direction in the year 2000. I was 21, and my husband had just turned 23. We were newlyweds by like a couple weeks. So once we joined the ministry, we immediately got involved. My husband got started in the parking lot. I joined housekeeping, children's church before we had kids, the choir, then praise team, infant and toddler room. We were youth workers at one point, and then I became an adjutant.
So I became a Right Direction member, kind of not necessarily by choice. My parents brought me to Right Direction when I was maybe 12 years old. I specifically remember it was the second Sunday in 1998. So if we do the math, that means we became members the next year. So that means I've been attending for 24 years, member for 23 years. I believe, if I remember correctly, I'm told I was the first junior member.
So in 1998, we were over on River Drive. When I first visited, we were in basically what became the foyer, so a small area. Then we expanded and built onto the side to the right of the property, and so built stage and more seating. To our standards now, kind of basic stuff. In the media ministry, I remember we had the camera. We just started videotaping. We had a little joystick to work the camera. So to go from that to where we are now has been pretty amazing. But just seeing the growth. One of the things about our pastors, they've always been pastors of excellence. So even when we always did the best we could with what we had. So even at River Drive, getting good quality stuff at the level that we could afford at the time, and then moving on again, next to St. Andrews Road, same thing, seeing the growth and the expansion, and seeing again our pastors investing in quality.
In 2002, we had been members for 2 years at this point. We were all standing around talking. At this point, we had already moved to 1230 St. Andrews Road. So we were standing in the hallway, and we were just chatting. And out of the blue, Dr. Marsha turns to me and she goes, "You're it. You're who I've been looking for." And everybody looked around like, who's she talking to? And then she said, "You." She said, "I've been praying. Pastor Marsha and Bishop were getting ready to go to Nigeria." And she said she had been praying to God on who she could trust with watching the kids. And that God told her I was one of them. I got a chance to I'm gonna say grow up in the house with the Bailey children. There's a story that Pastor Marsha reminds me of a lot, where she came home from work one day and I was there with the kids, and Daniel, Kendra, Tyler, Chandler, and myself were all running around the kitchen counter, and she was like, "Stop running, Kendra, stop running, Daniel, stop running, Tyler, stop running, Chandler," and then she's like, "Stop running, Linda."
You know, along with serving, I also met my wife at Right Direction. I happened to be serving in sound. She was serving in media, and we were friends. You know, but then, a long story. We could talk all day about what happened and the spiritual awakening that took place. But it was all God. And we were also both serving in the single ministry when we first met and became friends. But again, God kind of changed our hearts, and we've connected now, and married, got 3 wonderful children. And so, you know, not only having the privilege of serving, not only having the privilege of getting the word all these years, but also meeting my wife and starting a wonderful family.
Being married at Right Direction has been an interesting development for me, just because I saw my parents married at Right Direction, and seeing my parents do things like marriage enrichment and interact with other couples. And then now for me to have gotten married at Right Direction and to have that moment where my romantic life and spiritual life met at the church where I grew up. And then I've got my friends and associates and other couples that we've connected with and can share experiences with and confide in, and people who genuinely care about my relationship with my wife.
So on behalf of my family, my wife Rosalind, our children, Colin, Caitlin, and Dylan, we are so proud of Right Direction. We're so proud of you all, Bishop Herbert and Dr. Marsha, the whole Right Direction family. We're so thankful. It's such a blessing to us, to our family. We could not imagine being in the place we are now without Right Direction, without our teaching, without our pastor. So we as a family are grateful for everything that we receive and have gotten from Right Direction.
Bishop, Dr. Marsha, thank you for everything that you've done for us and all the people under your watch. Your amazing mentors, caring pastors, and just seeing the things that you do on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis to really be there and support and care for your people. All we can say is thank you, and say that we appreciate you and shower you with our love and appreciation.
Bishop, Dr. Marsha, I'm gonna say this without crying. Yes, I am. The words "we love you," the words "I love you," they don't fully express the gratitude that I have for you, that we have for you as our pastors. Yeah, those words aren't enough. Thank you isn't enough. I appreciate you isn't enough. Truly couldn't imagine where my life would be, where our lives would be without you. And I'm grateful to God for showing us that you were and are our pastors. We love you.